Hey Tony, it's Friday, and so I wasn't able to get the full Hulk Hogan, but I got best I could. This isn't gonna.
He's being ridiculed for it.
Of course, I'm being ridiculed for it, and luckily I go back to work in a week, so in a week and a half, so it'll be getting shaved off sooner rather than later, which I think everyone is thankful for, right, Jay?
I hate this.
So now, Tony, to answer your question of the week, our fourth was pretty low key. We didn't really do much. Like the big thing we did was we watched Hamilton. And when I say watched Hamilton, I mean we sang along with every single song that I think might have concerned our neighbors a little more than a little.
I mean, it concerned Tony when we did it.
Yeah, just like when we did it when you were up and we just rocked it through. We pretty much did the same thing. But otherwise, it was fun. Like we didn't do a lot. We didn't go anywhere because COVID. But I mean, it seemed like a different fourth than ones in the past. But there was also there was a lot going on in the country that wasn't great. Like not just COVID and everything, but it was okay. It seemed like just another day for us, which wasn't too bad. But it turned out to be a pretty decent week all in all. The back and forth I've been doing with Connecticut finally came through, and I ended up getting my back pay for my unemployment, which was great. Which just, of course, it happened 2 weeks before I go back to work, but hey, it's better than never. But otherwise, it was pretty low key. So what I want to talk about this week is, at first I was going to actually talk about the Founding Fathers due to the fourth and due to watching Hamilton, but something else popped up, and that is we have an HBO Max subscription. You know what's on HBO Max? Teen Titans, the one that you and I watched all the time when we were kids. It's on HBO Max, and it's been really cool to kind of to watch it again because it's aged really well. It's not quite as mature as Avatar: The Last Airbender, but it deals with a lot of real big subjects that children's TV wouldn't normally deal with. It's been really great watching it. And I know I've been enjoying it. It brought us back to the good old days when you and I would sit down, watch it, and start singing the theme song. But it was also kind of cool because we've been playing a lot of Masks, and I've told you a little bit about Masks, but it is by far my favorite role-playing game right now. We're actually so we have a couple games going on. One of which is going to. Hey Taylor.
You can continue.
Well, so what do you think of this Taylor?
I've seen worse.
Really?
I have seen worse on him.
Is it the baby face?
No.
Anyway,
I
he's
have
also
seen
gone with the
worse.
mustache, but this is not the first time I've seen Josh with just a mustache.
Yeah, but I shave it off almost immediately thereafter.
Nah.
But it's aged surprisingly well dealing with, and I've certainly enjoyed it as an adult. Right, I was talking about Masks. So Masks has really become one of my favorite role-playing games because the concept of it alone is really cool. But what I like even more about it is the fact that it's all theater of the mind and it's almost all roleplay. There's certainly some dice rolling, but there's not a lot. And it's really kind of fun to just put ourselves in our character's shoes. So we have one game that's going on right now that is a world that Taylor, Jay, and I kind of created, that Taylor and our friend John are going back and forth running it. And we also have a game that we're going to be starting here fairly soon with a lot of Taylor and Justice's online friends, including Aaron and a couple other people. So it's going to be a really good time. Every single game has its own feeling. So I think I've been in 4 or 5 Masks games, and every one we always jokingly call it is a different animation style because they're vastly different type games. So the first one that Taylor, Jay, and I were in, the first one that Taylor and I were in was The Redeemers. And The Redeemers was hardcore, an Alan Moore type comic, which is because it's similar to Watchmen and V for Vendetta and things like that, dealing with a lot of really dark subjects with a lot of heroes who are good heroes, but not great as a team and not necessarily good people, which was kind of a fun little interplay there. The second game we did was The Dauntless, which was just a team that actually worked really well together. They were just all really bad heroes, and it had kind of a standard type art style was what we always kind of assumed with it. We had what we affectionately called the B team, which were a bunch of bad people who were bad heroes, but were really, really good as a team. They were. Oh, that game was a mess, but it was in the Invader Zim style. It was Invader Zim / Scott Pilgrim style was kind of our idea behind it. And the one that we're in right now that we actually had last night with our friends John and John is kind of it's more closely akin to like a Teen Titans in art style. It's not. It's also like it's dealing with a lot of adult themes, but it's not in the same ways like the Redeemers. It's a bunch of high school kids really trying to do the best they can, which I really kind of like because it's a little different way. And the next game we're going to be playing is just going to be campy because of one character and one character alone.
Hi, my name is Bestest.
Hey, Justice Kid.
I am the bestest.
Yeah, we're going to be playing a game with Taylor and Justice's online friends. It's going to be a good time. Justice has never played Masks before and is playing a character that has been a joke character for a long time amongst our friends. And it's gonna be kind of neat. Like I'm looking forward to playing it because I have no idea what it's gonna be like, but it's gonna be really campy, and I'm excited. But it's honestly like I really cannot say how much I like Masks enough because it's been a breath of fresh air from all the other role playing games I've played, which have been a lot of number crunchy D20 systems or number crunchy percentile systems, and this one's it's all about the role play. And I really like that the characters completely change throughout every session, and I really can't sing the praises of Masks enough. So Tony, my question for you is how interested are you in Masks, the game, from what I've told you? Tony, I'll see you on Wednesday. Later, bro.